Sorry, everyone. My bad. What's up? So this is my third one of these. I'm just trying to just get it out there, guys. I got it. As the title says on this one, I do have a podcast that's coming out. It's called the Co-Angler Chronicles. Before I get into that, though, check out my sweet shirt. Yay. So my shirt, but anyways, I do have a podcast coming out. It's called the Co-Angler Chronicles. I'm going to leave a link to it and obviously everything I got because I really want you guys to tune in and check it out. Just doing a little bit of editing. Mine's not low budget live. It ain't going to be live where I just run it. It will be live soon, but right now I'm going to edit the first one because the first one is basically just the introductory one, kind of telling you a little bit about who I am. Because unlike what I'm all these channels, everyone who knows me because they hit the subscribe button to a certain extent, or follow me to a certain extent, this I'm hoping reaches beyond that because I want everyone to be able to listen to this podcast, and they may have no clue who I am. So I'm going to tell you who I am in the first episode, talk to you a little bit about, it's called the Co-Angler Chronicles, and it's called that for a reason. It's going to be a chronological journey. We're starting at the very beginning of being a co-angler, how to be a co-angler. That's literally the title of the first episode, how to be a co-angler. And then I'm going to dig deep on everything as it relates to how to be a co-angler because I want you all to know I want you all to know about that co-angler, just the co-angler life, how it's going, what you need to do, all that good stuff. I sure appreciate everyone. Be sure to like the live stream. Be sure to leave some comments, stuff like that. I'd love to talk with you guys as well. I am a little leery on the fact that I can't see who's commenting, but I don't know. Oh, never mind. All are available. All right, here we go. So I'm good. But anyways, I do have the podcast that is coming out. I plan to release it next week. Just got to pick a day. I've been working like 6 days a week. I also injured myself, unfortunately, so I was down for a little bit there. But I've been working pretty much nonstop. If I showed you guys my fishing poles, they have like dust on them. And since I've been fishing the last 6 years, I've never had that. And they don't really have dust on them because I take care of them and they're fine. But I'm just saying a little term figuratively. They have not been used as much as I normally would use them. But honestly, it gives myself, and normally I fish clean through the winter, so this honestly gives myself some time to kind of like get my shoulders out of the constant casting motion and all that kind of stuff. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Tournaments this year. I'm fishing the Bassmaster Opens. I am fishing the Toyota Series, at least like 2 events out of Toyota Series, and then I'm fishing the BFLs, the Shenandoah division. So I got those 3 are lined up. The big one, Bassmaster Opens, the BFL Shenandoah is for sure. 1 Toyota Series is for sure. The other ones are up in the air at this point. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I'm kind of like last year where I did 2 trails and the Bassmaster Opens and the Toyota Series and all that stuff. Like I'm trying to just focus or concentrate my efforts on particular things this season. We're gonna just lock in on certain bodies of water, do all the research I can, all the practice I can, and then just go to work. That's the goal this year. I don't really have a set goal this year. I don't even have an All-American goal. I don't have a regional goal. I don't have any of that. I just want to put in work in these Bassmaster Opens. That's really what I want to do. Put in work in the Bassmaster Opens. Put in work on the Toyota Series. That's it. Kerr Lake. That's the only one I really want to go to. It's on Bugs Island, Kerr Lake. That's the one I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to St. Lawrence on the Bassmaster Opens. I am looking forward to it. I've never been. I'm excited and very scared, but I'm very excited, but I'm also very scared. I've never been to New York fishing. I don't like big water. I don't like big waves. I don't like any of that crap. I don't like any of that. I do love catching smallmouth on 6-pound line. I absolutely love that, but I do not like any of that. I don't want big weight. I don't want crashing over the board. I don't want none of that. I don't want any of that. So I'm hoping that when we go, maybe the fish will be up on the bank, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I could go throw a spinnerbait up there as well. But the one I'm really looking forward to is there's several Potomacs. I'm looking forward to that because I feel like I'm going to go into that with a fresh perspective this year, so I'm excited about that. But the one I'm really looking forward to is Bugs Island Bassmaster Open. That's the one I'm looking forward to. And then the Toyota Series on the Potomac probably in the fall. Also, I did sign up or apply to be a BPT official. I don't know if I get to wear the striped shirt and all that, but I did apply to be a BPT official. So if I do get selected to be a BPT official, I'm really looking forward to being an official on Lake Murray. That's what I'm looking forward to if I get accepted. I don't know if I will. I waited too late. I should have did it right that day when I got it, but I waited too late. But if I get to be an official there, that's going to be great. I'm going to have my scales ready. I'm gonna try to see if I can turn a couple 1 pound 15 ounces into 2 pounds by the boat rocking and waving. But yeah, it's gonna be fun if I can get out there and do that, get the learning, because I think they pay you to go and they give you a nice like swag bag. So I'm excited to try that, and I love Lake Murray anyway, so that's a great place for me. I can't wait to see if I can make it out there. But yeah, I wanted to I'm gonna do that stuff I mentioned to you just now. That's all me being a co-angler. The plan is to have a boat myself come April. So there may be plenty more tournaments that I get into. You know what I mean? So if the boat situation goes, because I sold my boat. Appreciate that, Tim. Appreciate that from Georgia. Yes, sir. If the boat situation goes the way it's supposed to go, you will see me in some Piedmont division tournaments as a boater, and then of course local stuff as a boater for sure. The boat is to be determined. I'm leaning heavily towards an express or crestliner type of boat for me personally, but also too I am looking at a Ranger as well. So just depends. Whatever I find that's in my budget, and my budget is like 12 grand. Yeah, we're gonna, because I want to pay cash for it. I don't want to be financing a boat till I'm 65. And a lot of guys hear me say that and they're like, dude, you don't finance a boat for 30 years. I'm like, y'all don't understand how old I am, right? Like, I guess that's the key part. I'm 41. Most boat financing is 20 years. When you get those big boats and do it like that, it's like 20 years. It's like 20 years, man. 10 years. If you get like a $70,000 boat, they'll do it for 20 years. So literally I'll be paying for a boat till I'm 61 years old. That'll be like the old model, right? I don't want to do that, man. So I'd rather just get like a 08 or 2000 Stratus that's like a 19-footer and just throw the best electronics on it that I feel like I need and just call it a day, man. That's what I want to do, and then work on getting, find me a boat company that wants to work with me, and then we can do the whole switch out boats every year thing and get a new one. But until then, yeah, I just want to own something that I can pay for, that when I show up for the tournament, I'm not hoping to get a check to make my boat payment. Like, I don't want to do that crap. I don't want to be stressed out about that. I just want to have a boat that's mine. So realistically, my budget is probably like 16 grand, maybe 21 grand if I push it. That's realistically where I'm at. So if I can find something for that, my buddy's been sending me boats all the time, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I should be buying it right now instead of in April, but it is what it is, man. You got to work with what you can work with, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I've had a Bass Tracker. That was my last boat. I sold it. I'm not going to get another Bass Tracker. I like the boat, but I won't get another one. I had my Bass Tracker for 6 years, man. That was a phenomenal boat. It was great. It had a 40 horsepower motor, and I couldn't enter any of the bigger tournaments because it didn't have 2 live wells. I could get a 195 or a pro team or, that kind of thing. I could, but nah, I won't do it. What's that? So I wanted to say, like I said, I have the podcast coming out. I will be putting the link up. You guys will see a full video, like kind of going over it and what's going on. I'll put that video out. That way everyone can see. And it's going to be available on major platforms. Like I said, we're going to dig deep on co-anglers. The thing about me is, as a co-angler, I started just like everybody else starts for a co-angler. I got out there. I was all bright-eyed. I was ready to go. And I got out there and got all my money took every time I showed up. They saw me coming with like trying to carry 8 rods and big old tackle bag. I'm this guy coming to the ramp. I was a dance, but no, with the big old bag that I can't carry and all my poles, and here I come. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go fishing, and come back in with 1 fish. I went from being that guy who knew nothing about nothing, who bought way too much stuff, who was just happy to be out there fishing, having a good time, to winning, taking first place in the BFL, which is like the second most competitive level you can have as a co-angler. I won a BFL, 2 top 10s, 2 trophies, 2 or 3 top 20s, and I've cashed at multiple events. So I went from being that guy that's got to now I'm being the guy that's got, right? Like that's, so if there's anyone that's out there that can tell you about the journey, it's going to be the guy that can tell you about the journey, because I've been on the journey. Literally, I jumped into being a co-angler. I had just caught like my first fish like the day before. I had just caught a bass the day before I entered the tournament as a co-angler. I literally just caught my first bass and I hopped right into a tournament. So I'm that guy. I literally started right down here where it's 0, where there's nothing. At the absolute, didn't even really know I'm trying to skip a jig is what I thought I was doing, but really I was just chucking the jig up underneath and hitting the dock. Almost knocked out 2 people. Like it's yeah, I was that guy. I'm the guy who bass fished and made the same cast like I was trying to catch catfish. I honestly I went fishing at one place around here for bass, I thought, but I had the hook covered up with the bait that was like it was impossible for a bass to actually bite that bait. It was insane. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I literally don't know what I was thinking. So I've been that guy, and I was literally that guy 6 years ago, and now I'm this guy. That's not. Matter of fact, let me hold on. That way, so I'm not blowing smoke. I was that guy, now I'm this guy, okay? So, I'm telling you, you guys are going to want to tune in because this didn't happen by accident. This didn't happen by no happenstance, no... You need things to go right when you're out there, but this ain't happen just cuz, right? Like, you don't get one of these just cuz. There's a lot of dudes out there that's still trying to get this. A lot of dudes out there that's still trying to get this, right? Like, they want one of these, and I got one of these on what you see right here. This is literally what I won this tournament on the place I told you I'm excited to go to, Bugs Island. So like Kerr Lake side, but that's where we were at. But I'm telling you guys, there's a process that took to get to here. One, I thank God first and foremost. Second, there's some steps that you need to tune into my podcast so I can tell you, because that's what we're gonna talk about: how to be a co-angler, what you need to bring, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. We're gonna talk about all of that. So I appreciate it. I'm going to catch you guys. Just wanted to hop on here real quick on the live and encourage you guys to come check it out. I will be leaving a link to everything, of course, but yeah, tune in. Tune in. I'm telling you. I'm a firm believer, guys. I coach basketball. I coach, I try my best to motivate people and encourage people, and I'm telling you that I have not met a person yet that when I talk to and I try to get, and if you listen to me and you give me a chance, I'm telling you I can take you from here to here, but you got to listen to me, and then you got to take what I'm saying and then adapt it to your own situation. So when I say don't bring 6 rods, bring 4, right? I may say that for some places. When I tell you that, and then you bring 4, but you should have brought 6, sounds confusing, right? But what I'm saying is I'm giving you information, but you got to tailor it to what you're doing. Don't just like take the words and be like, oh, he's this. Like, the reason why I say bring 4 is because I would say some places you know you're going to be dialed. You know you're going to be dialed. You know they only do certain things. You've studied, you've researched, you've practiced with your partner, you've done everything you can. You can bring 4. You know they're going to be dialed. 2 spinning, 2 bait casting, and that's it. You know what's going on. But there's sometimes you gotta think, right? Like this bass fishing, you gotta think. You gotta understand what's going on. That 4 ain't gonna work at some of these other places where the bite, like a summertime bite, when you have no idea what the fish are doing, they could be biting everything from a tiny 8-ounce shaky head to a DT 16, or if that even exists, I don't even know. DT 10. You have no idea, so you can't bring them same 4 like you're going to the river. You know you're going to the Potomac. You need to throw a Senko, another Senko. Right? And then you need to throw, I mean, do they got more Senko? Like, so you know you need to throw certain things when you're going here. You need a creature bait to flip, and you need to throw a Senko. And then you need maybe some kind of top water or something. Like, and then you need a chatterbait. Bring them 4. Leave everything else at the house. Don't even take it out. There's no point. And anything else that needs to be tweaked just needs to be in your tackle bag. And you don't need that too big either, because there's only certain things that are going to bite. That type of thing, when you put in that type of time on a place and you're that dialed, like I know that I can go to any of the bodies of water I'm fishing this year. There's 3 baits I can bring to every single one of them, and I guarantee you I'll catch a fish. I guarantee you I'll catch a fish. If we're anywhere near the fish, I'll catch a fish. See what I did there? Told you I'm going to catch a fish, but we got to be near the fish. I can't magically make fish up here. That's not how that works. Have to be around them. If you get me around them, I can catch them on 3 specific baits. I guarantee you. I put money on it. I'll bet my whole last paycheck that I would catch a fish on any of the bodies of water that we're going to this year, other than St. Lawrence, because I've never been. I guarantee you I'll catch a fish before we leave, and it'll be a keeper. I guarantee you. If we're around them. We ain't around them, I can't do nothing. When we leave, and I go back myself, and I bring the same baits I tell you, I'll catch them. But in somebody else's boat as a co-angler, I can't tell you that for sure. I don't know. This dude may not have practiced. He may not know where he's at. He may not even know the creeks. He may not know where he's going. He has no clue. I can't catch fish like that because we ain't around nothing. right? Like that just makes sense. But anyways, hopefully this information helps. I appreciate it. I ain't gonna keep saying that. Thank you guys, and I will hopefully you guys check out the podcast.